Hello, and thanks for checking out part 2 of the CCS Combo Adapter test for the Retrofit. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to drive out to the fastest CCS Combo charging site that I know of, which is the Chargefox location at Airport West. And I've kind of ran the battery down specifically for this test. So according to the car, by the time I get there, I will have 22%, 23% battery, approximate. So by having the battery state of charge being that low, it should allow me to experience the fastest charge speed possible for the CCS Combo Adapter. So we'll see how we go. So it'll take approximately 28 minutes to get there, according to Google and Tesla's navigation system. And yeah, we'll give it a go. And I've made sure I brought the charging adapter with me. So here's the thing. So that's the adapter which I unboxed for part 1. So we'll actually give it a try this time. So fingers crossed it actually works. And also fingers crossed that we'll get some decent speeds out of it. So alright, I'll stop the filming here and I'll start again once we get to the actual charging site. So see you guys in about 28. Alright, here we are. So we have arrived at the ultra fast, ultra rapid charger. That's a conjunction between RACV and Chargefox. So just wanted to let you know that. What have we got? So the battery is at 24%, which is very close to what the GPS navigation predicted. And the time that it took to get here was pretty much spot on. I think it had 10:52 or something. So we got here at 10:51, which is pretty awesome. But what's really important is the fact that we are down to 24% state of charge, which should allow us to experience the fastest capable charge rate, which can be achieved with the CCS Combo Adapter on a Model S. So what we have here is the 350 kilowatt ultra rapid electric vehicle charger. So I've never used one of these before, so we'll give it a go and we'll see what the results are. Okay, so I'm just going to open the charge port now. Here we go. I'm going to put the phone aside. Running out of hands here. So this is the CCS Combo Adapter. So this end, there we go, focus, here we go, goes into the car. Maybe it's the other way around. Let's give it a go. Alright, connect the plug. There we go. So I've got the adapter connected now. It sort of just slots right in, which is perfect. And then you plug it into the car itself. Okay, so something's happening. It's talking to each other, which is great. So let's have a look at the screen itself. So this is a Tritium manufactured unit, and it's asking to either tap the card or use the app. So let's see. Okay, here's the Chargefox app on the phone. Here we go, we are right here. So let's see, there's 2 Chatamo sites and 6 CCS Combo sites. Well, we're going to charge now, and we're going to see. So what station are we at? Okay, so we are at station number 4502B, and we need to unlock it. So let's go 4502B, and here we go. Wow, that was quick. So charging in progress. Please wait. Let's see what's happening on the car side. Here we go. Here we go. It's charging, that's for sure. Alright, now let's have a look. What we're seeing. Okay, so it's picked up that we have 24% state of charge at the moment. 37, 38, quickly rising. Voltage is at 350. Amp is quickly rising, so 150 just gone over. So we've achieved 0.4 of a kilowatt hour, and as you can see, the speed is quickly rising. That's quite impressive, actually. Nice. Okay, let's hop in the car and see what we see on the actual display. Okay. That's pretty decent. So we're at 100 kilowatt charging rate, which is equivalent to 500 kilometers an hour. Pretty happy with that. And it estimates that it will need 30 minutes to complete the charge, and by complete the charge I mean get it to 80%. Okay, that's great. So I'm going to close the door. It's a bit chilly, so it's 14 degrees in Melbourne tonight. A little bit chilly. So I'm just going to close the door. Now, what is the cost of this charging session at Chargefox in Airport West? Well, let's give it a go. So on the app itself, let's have a look. Does it tell us? Not on this one. No, that's okay. I did check before that it costs 40 cents per kilowatt hour that is given to the car. So based on my estimate, if we do get up to 80%, let's say from here, so it's about 50, so about 50%, and each percent is 9 kilowatts. So it'll be about 45 kilowatt hours that it'll take to get up to the 80% mark, being this car being a 90 kilowatt battery pack, 90 kilowatt hour battery pack. It'll take 45 kilowatt hours to get up to 80% from this point onwards, which means it'll cost, my mental arithmetics is terrible. Okay, so 45, so that's the number of kilowatt hours, 45 kilowatt hours multiplied by 0.4, which is 40 cents. So if I were to go from 30% to 80%, it'll cost me $18 for this charging session. Now, I have no intentions of actually spending $18 on this charging session because I don't need to get it all the way up to 80%. My plan is to just check out the charging rate, and as soon as the rate starts to drop, that's where the session will end, because after that point, it's no longer of interest. I just wanted to see what the maximum capable charging rate is. And what's really interesting was, as I was recording that little bit, the rate has gone from 100 kilowatts to 105, and the range per hour connected has gone from 500 to 525, 524. That's really interesting because I didn't realize that was possible. Actually, I didn't realize that was... I read somewhere that the maximum rate was going to be 75 kilowatts or something. It was going to be faster than the CHAdeMO adapter, that's for sure, because the CHAdeMO adapter caps out at 50 kilowatts, and a lot of the CHAdeMO chargers actually cap out at 50 kilowatts. So it's actually really interesting to see that this CCS Combo Adapter is allowing me to charge at almost supercharger speeds, theoretically like something like 120 kilowatts for this car. I've never actually seen that high. The highest I've seen is about 105 or 108 kilowatts. So yeah, that's really, really interesting. That's great to see, actually. So let's just go out and see what is happening at the charger end of this session. Here we go. So just in that very, very short amount of time, so since starting to record, we've got 8.5 minutes. In 8.5 minutes, the charger has delivered 9.6 kilowatt hours, almost, or going up to 10 kilowatt hours now. The actual charging session actually only is taking 6 minutes. So that's pretty good. That'll get me a decent amount of range, way more than enough to get home. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm just going to wait it out until the actual charging rate starts to drop. So I'm thinking if it drops to, say, 80 kilowatts or so, I'll just basically stop the session. For two reasons. One, because I'm not really interested after that. But also, why pay for charging when I've got free access to the Tesla supercharger, or even slower CCS chargers closer to home, which are actually free also. This is the only 350 kilowatt site which I know of that is anywhere close to me. So yeah, it's the first time I've ever done it. It's actually really straightforward. Thank you, Chargefox, for making this relatively seamless. We just need more and more of these around the place. And I just heard the news today that you've actually got plans to connect Australia, which is fantastic. So I highly encourage that. And more 350 kilowatt sites, please. Here we go. What have we got? Focus. 104 kilowatts, 519 kilometers an hour. That's awesome. Here we go. We can see some charge rate reduction here. So now it's down to 92 kilowatts, 457 kilometers of range per hour connected, 19 kilowatt hours delivered to the car from the start of the charging session. We're at 49% state of charge. So it's got another 20 minutes to go before the 80% limit is reached. So yeah, I'll just wait for it to drop a little bit further, and I might call it a day there. So that's now down to 9190 kilowatts. So that'll probably drop down to mid 80s pretty soon. That's really interesting because yeah, so I've got one of these 90 kilowatt hour packs. It's a rear motor Model S, so yeah, it's quite rare actually. Not many of them were sold. They weren't very popular. If people went for the 90 kilowatt hour packs, they generally went for the dual motor, so that's front motor, rear motor. Yeah, mine just happened to be a rear motor only, which is perfectly fine for me. Love the rear driven dynamics of the car, and the big battery certainly helps, especially in a country like Australia with pretty vast distances between towns and cities, and especially between charging infrastructure. So yeah, it's great. So yep, we can see a further slight reduction, 88 kilowatts now. Yeah, so it's really starting to slow down, which is fine. We're at 51%, and I think it's only been probably about 10 minutes, 12 minutes. So that's actually pretty decent, fairly decent. Pretty happy with that result. Now what's really interesting is let's go out and actually listen to the cooling, the air conditioning running to keep this battery pack cool whilst it's being fast charged. Not sure if you hear that. That's the air conditioning compressor running to keep the battery, recycling coolant through to run to keep the battery pack cool. Okay, so 54% in so we've got 25 kilowatt hours delivered in 15 minutes, 15 and a half minutes, up to 54%, and the speed is has dropped to 86 kilowatts from about 105 or 106 to begin with, so that's pretty good. Alright, I think I might call it a day, because at 40 cents per kilowatt hour, that's $10. So, yeah, that's enough for me. As you can see, the speed is now down to 85, which is kind of my cutoff mark for stopping the session. So here we go. So this is stop. I'm just going to press that button. Here we go. Finish charging. Return plug. Thank you. Have a nice day. Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. So, I believe it's as simple as unplugging, or not. Might have to unlock the charging port actually, hold on. Finished charging port. It's weird. Here we go. Don't forget to take the adapter off. Here we go. Put the charger back in the cradle, and it's done. So just gonna close the charging flap. It's a pretty nifty little thing. Does its job well. Oh look, it's a little bit warm. Maybe a couple of degrees warmer than what I started out with, but nothing of concern, considering that it's just handled 25 kilowatt hours in a very short space of time. Not bad, really well designed.